Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? How was your Thanksgiving? Hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. Mine was okay. It was very, Brazilian Thanksgiving. We had Brazilian family here, enjoying a little bit of Thanksgiving, their first Thanksgiving, really. So that was interesting, different, but fun. So hopefully everybody had at the very least, you had a nice, restful, maybe a long weekend like some of us had. So Ed, I know, has been working like crazy, doing what he does, and having said that, he's running late. So I'm not sure where he is. He'll jump in whenever he can. And so for now, it's just you and I. And talking about it's that time of the year, it's that crazy season when everybody under the sun is rumored to be coming to Inter Miami. So we're talking about that tonight. When I first made the thumbnail, the news was James Rodrigues. And then a little bit later in the day, I started seeing some articles and things like that about Mo Salah. So, we can get into that and anything else you guys want to discuss today. We'll think about the pros and the cons of James. I mean, I already see one person saying no. So we'll get into what you guys think about him. I really don't watch him, right? So I don't have a strong opinion other than I know he's a great player that is up and down. So we'll get into that in a bit. But first, let's say a big thank you to our sponsors. And that is Caneswear. Caneswear is located in Davie, Florida, just south of 595 on University Drive. They have the messiest wall in all of South Florida. You can see the shirt right there on that wall that I'm currently wearing. So even I shop there. So go to Caneswear. And if it's too far for you to drive, no worries. Caneswear.com is where you need to go. All orders over $99 ship for free. And if you're buying or selling any property, Mia Rodrigues is the person you need to talk to. Any relation to James Rodrigues? Probably not. Anyways, call her 754-269-6923 if you want to buy or sell your property. And if she sells one of your property, I can't talk. You might end up on a show that she's a part of, selling the American Dream, selling Florida. So you can see her on all these different networks. So check her out and buy your property. Now's a good time, right? Anytime's a good time. My neighbor just moved, sold his house. Got new neighbors now. Interesting. All right. And as always, you can leave a voicemail. I've already got 2 voicemails in queue, and we'll get to those probably soon. Since I don't have Ed to talk to. But if you want to talk to me, call 786-474-4435. Leave your voicemail there. All right, let's say hi to you guys in the chat room. First off, I see Damian Guzman is here. Let me put this bigger and higher. There we go. And then after that, I see Esteban Dito. Well, let's just get rid of this. Please do not bring that diva footballer to Inter Miami. All right. B King is here. Wants defenders. Jet Pancake is here. Don Roberto. Tony is here. Welcome. One World, One Goal is always here. Ash Preetam says no to James. I agree with Don Roberto. Ed is in Ecuadorian time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs is here as well. A couple of Inter Miami players are in the MLS Cup. Yep, Lewis Morgan and Andres Reyes. Reyes scored the goal. I didn't watch the game, but I read about it. Like what? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says James is not Argentine, so he ain't coming. There's some things to that. There's some truth to that, maybe. Jay Vasquez is here. Latest one making the rounds. Mo Salah. Yep, saw that. Who else is new? And then we'll go back. Francisco Garcia. and Pablo Golasso, Sergio, welcome. Eric Thomas up in New Jersey. And that's it. Eric has a good point here. This team has its priorities backwards. And, a lot of people might agree with you on that. But I've been saying this for a little while, that I think my opinion is we're not going to prioritize defense. They're going to say they're going to prioritize defense, but they're, where the checkbook goes, it's going to be who could put butts in seats, who can sell jerseys. And I know your argument will be, well, winning championships, great, defense wins championships, blah, 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 and that will put butts in seats. You may be right, but it feels like this club's priority is in the attack. And I still believe we'll bring in defenders, but they're going to be young defenders. You might get one of defender of substance, of some experience, but maybe he's washed up. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling that they're going to really spend on defense. I just doesn't feel that way. But let's start off with James Rodrigues. Where do you guys stand on him? So a lot of you don't like him. I've heard the comment Diva, saw that by Esteban says that. I know he's only played 6 games, I think, this year for Rayo Vallecano. So he played 6 games there. And, I've always heard that, he's kind of a hit or miss, right? I've seen him play with the national team, but to be honest, I don't follow any of the clubs that he's played for, so I really don't watch him in club sport. But I've seen him, with the national team and stuff like that. I've paid a little bit of attention because I'd like to go to Colombia from time to time for work. So, I've paid attention a little bit there. But and here's the thing. This is not the first time he's been rumored. I looked it up because I remember doing some videos on this exact subject before. So the first time he was rumored to come to Inter Miami is 5 years ago. 5 years ago, at the beginning of this team, he was rumored. I did a news video and 5 years ago, and then I did 2 more videos 4 years ago on the rumor that Inter Miami was interested in James Rodrigues. So this is nothing new at all. But I'm curious to see why the dislike for him that you guys have. Kata is saying, how does James start on a team with Messi? Team would be so off balance. You don't think they could find a way to make that happen? That is one comment I've heard a lot of people say. But I just feel like they should be able to make it happen. Don Roberto about the defense saying, defense will always be our Achilles heel. It has been since day one. Different management. I mean, same ownership, but different management, different coaches, different players, same problem. Always. And I think part of that maybe is, well, it's got to be partially the ownership, right? Our owner is kind of like that Jimmy Jones kind of owner. He's very involved, Jorge Mas. And he's going to tinker when maybe he should or shouldn't. But I think I've always said that Miami is kind of like in LA in the sense that it needs glitz and glamour. I think we all know that, right? I'm just speaking the obvious. We need the glitz and the glamour of a player like a Messi, a James. James Rodrigues will sell a boatload of jerseys. And I think that really matters to this ownership group. Becoming a global brand is more important to them. Yes, they want the star in the crest because that helps you get to the global brand, but I don't think they're really willing to invest in a world-class defender. I mean, the closest you got to a world-class defender, I guess, would be Jordi Alba because he's listed as a defender. But, he doesn't play defense really. He does come back, but he's pushed up so high. And will be interesting to see if with a new coach, if maybe we don't push up so high. Maybe that Ash Preetam making a comment about the defense here. Defense will improve by not playing a high line and having a proper spacing. If Mascherano can get that done, some of these issues that we have with our defense, some of these players may be better than we think. They may be better than we think. Don Roberto saying James is not a starter at Rayo Vallecano. Yeah, but he would be with us. I mean that's a very different level of teams, right? I mean, wouldn't you agree? Where is Vallecano in the table? Where are they at? I'm not sure. You could tell me in the chat. Are they playing well? Are they struggling? What have you? Let's see what else you guys have in the chat. Esteban going old school, saying I prefer Inter Miami hires Carlos Valderrama, which I am sure his talent still is there, even if his legs are not. His mental aptitude is still there. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Jorge Mas said in a way he doesn't care about the defense in that press conference. Yeah, and I've been saying that for a while. I think they want to be a global brand. And you bring in player like Mo Salah. You bring in a player like James Rodrigues. You bring in Messi. You bring in all the others. Neymar possibly. All these kind of players make you a global brand. Bringing in a solid defender doesn't necessarily. I know that people want here. Kay says Inter Miami needs good, experienced defender like Sergio Ramos. Now, Sergio Ramos does have that big name, but and correct me if I'm wrong, it's not at the level of, I don't think Sergio Ramos is going to sell as many jerseys, as many shirts, kits, as James or Mo Salah. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I know he's a world-class defender and people love him, but I just don't think defense sells in that way. And I know it'll help win games, and I'm all for that. You're asking me my opinion? I would work on the defense, of course, just like you guys. But I just don't think the ownership feels that same way. Francisco Garcia, Inter Miami has to improve defense. The other teams are going to bulk up in more balanced ways. Esteban saying James equals glitz. I mean, he's a big name. I mean, there's a lot of Colombians in South Florida. They're going to sell a lot of shirts. He's popular. I don't know, glitz, glamour, whatever, but he's popular. And a football club without no defense eventually will break down at the most important times. Hey, look, I agree. I'm not trying to make an argument saying this is the way the team should go. I just think this is the way the team's going to go. Whether we like it or not, I think this is the path. Until they prove us wrong, I think that's the way. Mr. Krabs brings up a point. Javier Mascherano was a good defender in his day, so he can address the defense. True. So was Phil Neville, though. Phil Neville was a good defender, and that didn't really work out. So it really does depend on how good of a coach he is. I know he said somewhere, somebody sent me a message that, he wants 2 center backs, another forward, and I think a right winger or something like that. Those are the areas of need that he felt. I think that was the what somebody chatted me. I think that was it. Let's scroll down a little bit. Everybody's saying, oh, we only need defense. We only need defense. Yeah, well, do you think they're going to do it? Don Roberto says Sergio Ramos is a megastar. James is only loved by Colombians. Okay, but Roberto, do you think he'll sell a lot of jerseys? Do you think Sergio Ramos is enough of a star? I mean, I know he's a big name. I know he is, but I'm just trying to think the way I think the Masses think. But how old is Sergio Ramos now? Does he still have anything left in the tank? Or are we getting him at the very, very end? See, he is 38 years old. Dude is 38. Still playing at Sevilla, 28 games, 3 goals, according to Wikipedia. I know he's good, but 38 does concern me. That does concern me. There you go, Damien. James is handsome for the ladies. Oh. Sergio says that James is apparently making $4.2 million at Rayo Vallecano. We would have to give him a DP contract, which is not worth it. Yes. He's not coming for under DP money. I don't see that happening. In order to make this happen, you have to get Sergio Busquets down to a TAM player, which at this point, I think he is. I think they should be able to get the Messi discount on Busquets, free up that DP spot, and that goes to either, James or the other guy. Here, I didn't even bring up my photos that I had prepared for today because Ed wasn't here. But here, let's just get rid of that. So the other guy that has been brought up is Mo Salah. Now, I don't think there's a chance in hell that this happens. Do you? Do you think there's... Now, would you rather have Mo Salah or James? Of course you want Mo Salah. But I don't think there's a chance in hell that he's coming here. Not yet. He's still got time in Europe. People in Europe still want him. He's, how old is he? He's still only 32 years old. So he's still got some prime years. So I don't think... I spit on the microphone. I don't think he's coming. Do you guys think there's any chance that Mo Salah comes? Here, Sports Shorts says, whoa, that's tiny. Why is that so small? He says, no way. And I would agree. No way. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs thinks we have enough guys in our mid to late 30s. Let's see. Salah's not mid to late 30s, but yeah, Ramos, upper 30s. That does really does concern me. Peter, be real. All these guys play Messi's position. We need right wing, center back, center mid, center back, right back. Yeah, but these are the names that are rumored. I'm just going by what's rumored. These are the names that I didn't make this stuff up. Roberto's wife loves Mohammed. Okay, great. Esteban Mejia says, neither one of them are coming here. I mean, there's a chance one of them could come. Yeah, I think there's a greater chance that they could get James because he's not starting. He only played, I think I saw, what did I say before? 6 games, I think, this year. 6 games, no goals. He needs some place to where he's going to feel welcomed and kind of make him the face. Not the face of the team, that's Messi, but a face of the team. And, maybe, he could do better against MLS defenses. So I think there's a chance. Pablo Golasso says, no way Salah would even entertain it. I agree. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs would rather have Neymar. Francisco says Salah is Egyptian. All right. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a strike against him. He's not Argentinian. But Tony says, best option, Paul is most likely, and Neymar, James. Paul Pogba, the guy that's been seen with Messi's bodyguard everywhere. What's up with that? I haven't seen any strong rumors on that, but I mean, he's around. He's around. A new Weissman talking some trash from his Atlanta United. Signed some defenders. By the way, you got room on the playoff couch. Yeah, always room, Anu. Always room. You guys didn't last very long. But at least, New York took care of Orlando, so they're out. So that's it. Alejandro Rosado says, I don't think they are coming. Fake rumors. Well, it's not a fake rumor. It's a rumor. A rumor is not necessarily fact. A rumor is just literally gossip. Somebody thinks it may happen. So it can't be fake rumor. That seems like a double negative. That doesn't make sense to me. How is it a fake rumor? If it's a fake rumor, it's fact, right? Just saying. But everybody said that these, Messi and Friends were not coming here also. So anything is possible. That's the one thing I've learned with this club. Truly, anything is possible. So I have seen this comment come up that Inter Miami is going after Di Maria again. Ash Preetam saying Pogba and Yassine are both French. Yeah, but why are they hanging out so much? Is Yassine, working on him? Trying to convince him? Is he part of the negotiation to get Pogba over here? I don't know. There are a lot of pictures of them floating around. Fake rumor. Here, people jumping in with me. True, Peter. A fake rumor is what a rumor is. Usually a fake news idea for leverage. Yeah, you could say fake news, which is, everybody loves to say these days. Fake news. Everything's fake news. But rumor is just that. It's just gossip. It's just, somebody somewhere wrote a tweet or wrote an article that, has some followers. And then we get to talk about it. Simple as that. But that's what this time of year is just talking about this nonsense. That's all we have right now because we're not in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs says can't be too fake if a legit source reported the rumor. And some of these sources are legit. So another rumor I saw, and I do not know if this guy is legit, but some guy on Twitter was also saying we are shopping for another goalkeeper. And I know some of you would be very excited to see Drake Callender go or at least be challenged. So there is another rumor that we're looking for a goalkeeper. And that does make sense to at least challenge him. But again, I don't think you bring in, you don't spend DP kind of money. You don't spend a bunch of money on that. When I think Drake is serviceable. I think he's good. I think he's better than serviceable. But I know some of you guys hate him. And I was reading a lot of tweets about people just not liking him at all. Don Roberto says, where is Uncle Ed? I don't know. Good question. Did he ever write back to me? Nope. No, yeah, he wrote back to me. Says, I don't think I'll make it. Bastard. Uncle Ed not prioritizing you guys. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to call him out right here. He's not prioritizing you guys. Let's see if I can get him in trouble. Kata is one of those people. Drake is trash. Kata also says the only rumor he has heard is that Miami is looking for a striker to compete with Suarez. So bye-bye Campana. Yeah, probably. Probably. The one thing that is aggravating with Inter Miami as far as like movements of players is November 27th was the deadline to exercise options. Several, I don't have the list in front of me this week, but several players had option years. Bright had an option year. Several players had some sort of an option. Even Cello had an option that we could have purchased him. I know he's on loan, but there was a purchase option. Campana's under contract, but there's a lot of players. I think it was 8 somewhere in that neighborhood had an option. The only option that was announced was Suarez. It's the only option that they officially have taken up, and they're just so bad at sharing that kind of information. They're terrible. A new Weissman says Ricky Puig is out of the Cup final. He tore his ACL. Oh, that's bad. But I love that guy Payne still on LA Galaxy. Where is he? He's an African player, I think. Really, really, really good. One world, one goal coming to Ed's defense says that she loves him. Don Roberto says Uncle Ed's not showing up. Let's talk trash about him. I'm not really, but just a little jab just for fun. Esteban says, Peter, Uncle Ed has to work Sundays at his job. He's not working. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. He's not working. He's being a good family man. He says, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says, it looks like I'm drinking a floating cup. Yeah, I know. Doesn't it? It's interesting. It's green. That happens. It happens when it's green. Listen to this. Esteban says, do not believe any rumors, fake rumors, even facts equal agendas from World Soccer Talk. Are you talking trash about my buddies over at World Soccer Talk? I love those guys. I love the gaffer. By the way, check out one of the latest World Soccer Talk articles where they focus, they pull some content from our construction video. So they're good guys over there. You may not like everything they print, but they're good people, and I like them. Yes, invisible beer. Normally, I'd be drinking one of my, as people call it, girly drinks, but we had people over the house last night, and bunch of Brazilians, and I was the only person speaking English, and somebody brought some Heineken, so I'm drinking that. All right, let's go to a voicemail. All right, it's time for your voicemail.
Hello.
And let's get rid of him. We can even make me bigger. Why not? Since Ed's not here. And let's play this voicemail.
Hey, everybody. Peter and Uncle Ed down there. Marquitos, all the great fans. And just want to thank you guys all year for spreading such fun cheer. And hope you had a very happy Thanksgiving and getting ready for Christmas. I just did 2 trees, so I'm exhausted. But I figure I'd be festive at this moment and say happy holidays to everybody because we're traveling in and out and stuff. So very exciting. We got Diego Sarna's number 17 opening the same division as Miami FC in Fort Lauderdale, and it looks like it's going to launch in, starting January. He's got coaches and players from Colombia and, of course, all over Miami and New York and LA and stuff. And then he's involved with the second division team in Ecuador. He used to play for Macará. And, of course, Ed's favorite team was Barcelona, but not the one in Spain, the one in Ecuador. And so super excited. Lots of fun stuff, lots of stuff going with players and coaches and this and that. Speaking of coaches, we got a new coach. Let's just see how the guy does. Before we pass judgment, we don't know. I mean, he was a heck of a great defender. He's young. He's full of energy. So, supposedly he has some great tactics and ideas. Of course, he's brand new, not proven, but, who are we kidding? Messi's kind of running the team along with him for now, which, that's not a horrible thing. The guy has earned his time being a GOAT candidate, although I still think Pelé is the best, and then Maradona, and then Messi, and then, of course, myself, Piero, and Cristiano Ronaldo. So fight amongst yourselves. Who is the best player? Who's the GOAT of all time? The GOAT. Love you guys. Peace out. That's Italia. Peace out.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to one more.
What's up, mi gente? It's your boy Yankee. I hope everyone that celebrates Thanksgiving enjoyed their Thanksgiving. You guys, every time I turn around, there's something else going on with your team. I take a few days to focus on work, focus on some other stuff. Then I see you make huge coaching changes. Now the coach that you're bringing in, which is going to increase your star power, and let's face it, that's what MLS is all about, Miami star power, because God knows if y'all don't make it further in the playoffs again next year, Don Garber's probably going to have a few years taken off his life health-wise. That's not a wish. That's just a statement. I'm just saying people are invested in y'all doing well. I'm kind of confused. Does your new coach know what league he's coming to? Because it's been reported to certain outlets that he wants 2 center backs, he wants a winger, he wants another striker. He does know where he landed, right? He's got to. Y'all are never boring. You're always entertaining, and you need to be since you are the flagship of MLS. Holler at you later, players.
Couple things there. Yeah, you imagine MLS is not happy with this MLS Cup. I'm sure they are not happy that Inter Miami is not part of it. Messi is not part of it. And now on top of that, okay, you had LA Galaxy. Happy with that. But then your star player there, Ricky Puig, is not playing. Just reported, is not playing. You're not happy about that. If the fix is ever going to be in, next year the fix is in. And then Mascherano, yeah. I mean, him wanting 2 center backs, a winger, and a forward, I mean, it's no surprise. And he can want those players, but let's see the list. What are the names he wants, right? If he's going to throw out all, Barcelona level type players, he's got to come to grips and realize where he is. Like you said, what league is he in? Because I still believe they will go after more young and up and coming U21, the U22 initiative signings for our defense. And with that, you can get a diamond in the rough, or you just might get the rough and no diamond. So I think that's where they go. But good to hear from you, Yankee. Francisco Garcia says, oh my God, that him and Mascherano have the same record. They've never lost a game. There you go. Somebody said they wanted to talk about this. So let's do this. Let's do this on the fly live right here and then bring this one in. Boom. There we go. Wanted to talk about the draw for the FIFA Club World Cup. What do you guys think? So the draw is taking place. Apparently, I read that it's taking place in Miami on December 5th. So this is it. So how many MLS teams do we have in here? We've got Inter Miami, Seattle Sounders, and that is it. This will definitely be fun. It'll be interesting to see, where we end up. The interesting thing, and I saw people commenting on it, that Botafogo got in there. So Gregory is in the Club World Cup. Could we end up playing up against Botafogo? I mean, anything's possible. Gregory went in for some nasty tackle there in his last game. I think he got a red card on that. Stancy checking in, saying, hoping everybody's had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks. So yeah, a lot. We got Al Halal in here. We got a couple of teams from over in that part of the world, Monterey. So it should be fun. But so, you know, part of you wants the Inter Miami for its global branding to go up against the bigwigs, your Chelsea, your Real Madrid, your Man City, all those kind of clubs. It'd be fun, but it will be a disaster. It will be a disaster if we go up against those kind of clubs. It'd be way more interesting. Be better for us if we play some of these teams that are a little bit lower on the list. But yeah, so the draw will be coming up. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this. Jet Pancake just thinks it's going to be a disaster, but that's what all these rumors that we're talking about, all these big name players, a lot of it is just basically talking about getting them staffed properly for this. I don't think that the main priority at this point is the MLS Cup, even though it's important, but I think they want to make a good showing in the Club World Cup. Nobody expects them to win it, but a good showing in the Club World Cup would be a lot for the brand and a huge stepping stone. And then win MLS Cup. You gotta win MLS Cup. Esteban saying, no worries. Moss Brothers got Don Garber in their pocket, so the MLS rules can be bent. Based on the previous comments about about us winning. If that was true, Esteban, we'd be in the MLS Cup now. You don't think they want Inter Miami in the Cup? It's good. It sells that game a hell of a lot more. Oh, speaking of selling, the game, I already saw tickets going for over $1,000 for that MLS Cup final on the resale market. So, oops, re-click that again. That's interesting. Kato was asking me about this. Let's see if I can bring this up. Kato's asking if I'm going to get this. The GOAT Collection Stanley. Kato's asking, are you getting the Messi Stanley Cup? Why are all my comments so tiny today? What the heck's going on here? No plans on getting the Messi Stanley Cup. Now, and let's zoom in on it, get a better view. It says Stanley there. And can we turn it around? All right, let's just go to this image then, because it spins. All right, in this spinny image, Stanley there, Stanley there. I just wanted to show the GOAT side of things. All right, I'll go back to the spinny image. So you can see it says GOAT on one side, Stanley on the other. Now, if this said Inter Miami, I might entertain the idea of getting a Stanley. My daughter has a Stanley. Go figure. All young women do. Young girls and women seem to love them. But I don't have a need for a Messi Cup. I'm club over player. I appreciate Messi. I mean, look, I got a Messi shirt right here, but if it had the Inter Miami logo on it, you might have me. But this is a pretty good line. I mean, they've got the mug there. What else? They had they've got this ice flow bottle. They've got this ice flow jug, and they've got a Messi mate cup. A Stanley. Is this the first ever Stanley mate? I wonder. It says GOAT on it as well. So $30. You want $30 for that? How much is the Stanleys by themselves are expensive. How much is a regular Stanley? That's $55. That is an expensive drinking vessel. A new Weissman. The only cup Messi saw this year. True. He saw a shield. He didn't see a cup. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krebs says, order a custom Stanley Cup and have Inter Miami logo on it. I don't need it that bad. I don't need a $55 cup. You know what else Messi announced here? Since we're talking about him making a bunch of money, he also announced the Lionel collection of wine. Messi now has his own wine. Can we get that image in there? There we go. So you want some Messi wine? You can get that too, and you could drink the Messi wine in your Messi cup. How about that? And they're not cheap. They're not insanely expensive though. So you've got this one here. I don't know. See, I'm learning about wine. Me and my wife are part of the Cooper's Hawk Wine Club, which is, just chain restaurant. There's one by my house. And we're part of the wine. We can go do some wine tastings every once in a while. It's not expensive. So I'm learning about wine. But I don't know anything really about these, but they both kind of look reddish, but I don't know. But $65 and change for both. And then I think there was a signature one as well that was like a lot more. So you Messi lovers out there, those of you that are diehard Messi fans that only care about Inter Miami because of Messi, get yourself some wine. Esteban calling me out on my shirt. Peter, that goat shirt you got on, I don't see no Inter Miami logo on it. What's up with that club over player thing? Yeah, but it was a cheap t-shirt. I got a cheap even I was excited when he first signed with the club. So I bought a cheap t-shirt. But I would like it more if it had a Inter Miami logo on it. Just saying. I'm okay with having one or two items, but you know what I did buy? Did you guys, I ordered this already. Since we're talking just nonsense here, I'm sure you guys already saw these, but I ordered them. This collection they don't all look like, here we go. Accept cookies and go, oops, nope, wrong one. Go to this. There we go. I did get this. I did order these though. The Inter Miami pop figures. I got those. I don't have it delivered yet. It's a pre-order. They're not shipping until May, it said when you made the purchase. They don't ship until May. And what's up with every one of these players having a beard? Because they don't all have beards. I don't understand what Funko did there. They all have a beard, and in real life, they don't all have beards. So I don't know. But I did order that. Anyways. Yep. Tank says Messi has a wine. Antonella needs to come out with a makeup line, and they become multi-billionaires. Yeah, how much is he worth now? Is he worth $1 billion? The moneymaker is Messi's dad. He makes and signs all the deals. Yeah. I mean, it's like his agent, right? And all these famous people now have to have their own alcohol. That's just kind of the way it is. What? Beckham has what? A gin or a vodka or something? He's got something. Ash Preetam saying, Lottie, May. Yeah. Got to wait for May to get these suckers. But Tony is asking, and you insult me, Tony. Tony is asking, you saw the construction going on for the new stadium? Yeah. Did you watch our video, Tony? Did a construction video. Put it up on Wednesday. Go check it out. Yes, we saw it. They've got these big posts support posts making the oval of the stadium. They're about halfway around the stadium. So Mike V saying, I'm not spending a dime on this team. Well, here's my problem. I like stuff. I like the toys and the tchotchkes. I mean, I collect stuff. I mean, look. I got pop characters. I like this stuff. So as soon as they came out with an Inter Miami pop, you know I was getting one. This one I didn't have to pay for. But look at this. A Miami FC bobblehead. How come we don't have a Messi bobblehead? This was given. Miami FC gave these away. Miami FC doesn't get any fans. This is Poku, by the way. Miami FC doesn't have any fans, yet they were able to give away a bobblehead, a nice quality bobblehead to everybody that walked in the door that time. I happened to go, or no, I didn't. I didn't go. I went to the front office and they gave it to me. I think that's how I got it. Tank is saying you got to keep them in the boxes, Pete. Yeah, I'll probably keep those in the box. I used to be a box collector. I've got a lot of Star Wars toys still in their boxes up in some high up closet space. And what I used to do back in the old days is I would buy 2 of everything, one to open and one to keep in a box. I was a serious collector at some point. But then I stopped being that serious collector and I was like, I want to actually have them sitting on a shelf. And so I took them out of the box. But I think for the Inter Miami ones, I probably will keep them in the box. Maybe it'll be worth something at some point. Francisco is saying Fort Lauderdale will always be the cradle of Florida soccer. A lot of teams end up here. Hey, Mike V knows who that is. Peter Chris. And then we got this. This is only a couple that I have within my reach. Look at that. Oh, wait. No. We want to talk toys. Okay, wait. 2. This is one of my favorites right here. Underappreciated Disney movie. Roger Rabbit, underappreciated Disney movie. And then this one was given to me. But check this out. Soccer related. He's not wearing pants. His pants are invisible, everybody. Little armadillo dude from World Cup 2014 in Brazil. Anyways. I agree, Ash. We should have Inter Miami Transformers. That would be amazing. I would buy all that kind of stupid stuff. Tank wants a Tata bobblehead. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, saying I'm such a nerd. Exactly. That's why we did the nerd show for a little while. I mean, this is my wheelhouse. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs is asking, what's going to happen to Chase Stadium once Inter Miami moves to Freedom Park? Well, the plan was always that Chase Stadium would be the home of the 2 team. And so that's going to be their home. And also, what I was told when they were first building that stadium, that the end zone seats can be easily removed and sold. And so they can get rid of them. So they could just have the sideline seats. So it's a reduced stadium in that case. And then it would be the 2-team stadium. Or, I mean, you can leave the seats there, but you just don't really need them. And then also there was talk about, and I saw somebody else saying, Damian Guzman is saying, if we have an NWSL team, we should get all the stars. That was the other plan, is to have a women's professional team, Inter Miami, and so they would more than likely play at the Fort Lauderdale Stadium as well. So it's going to be used, but just less. And then I imagine they may even, at some point want to let high schools use it and stuff like that, because, why not get some use out of it, make some money, or at least goodwill. I don't know how much money you make from high schools, but giving them your stadium, I'm not sure. But they at least goodwill with the city. That's important too. One World, love my nerd toys. If I only brought out look, come on. Who does anybody know who this is? I bet you a lot of you guys don't even know who he is. Comment in the chat if you know who he is. Used to have a ride. Used to have a ride in the park. Stancy is asking if Tata is in Rosario now. Has anyone seen him? I don't know. He did say something about wanting to go back to Rosario, so I imagine that's home, right? So, did you get the mascot bobblehead Miami FC Peter from 2009? I think I have if you're, is that, would that be the one with, oh, darn it. No, I just forgot its name. It's not Pete. I think so. I think I have it, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go look. Tank saying as far as the stadium, maybe the Sharks will use it if their fandom grows. Yeah. I intended to go to a game last year and I never did. So curious, how did they do? Will there be a season 2, a season 3, all that kind of stuff? One World, One Goal is of the opinion of what I was saying. They are only renting F1 those are the corner seats. The F1 seats are the corner seats. So those are the corner seats. And then the end zones will be leaving 2 sold back when it's going to be our new USL team or NPSL team. Well, it won't be, USL, I guess, for the women. Yeah. But that was always talked about as far as the seats being sold back or gotten rid of. Esteban is saying Chase Stadium will mostly be used for international football matches and don't want to pay too much money with renting the new Miami Freedom Park. That's possible too. Games where you see like Ecuador playing Venezuela, teams like that aren't going to draw. So you nailed it. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. It's Uncle Ed. J. Thaddeus Toad. This is J. Thaddeus Toad. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Come on, everybody. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Sharks are greater than dolphins. Well, in the wild, maybe. Kata said Finkment. I think you meant Figment. And no, that is not Figment. Figment is a purple dinosaur. Don't get me into the Disney talk. You won't be able to get me out. Yeah, One World, One Goal. USA is finally coming back to Fort Lauderdale after 5 or 7 years. Yeah, there is a game coming. It's funny, is years ago, we got to wrap this up, and I'm just rambling on now, just having fun with you guys. Years ago, many, many, many years ago, me and my wife were fairly newly married, so 20-something years ago, there was a USA versus Canada game at Lockhart Stadium. Same place where Chase is. And a couple older guys were sitting in front of us. And anybody that's watched any of our game day vlogs, you may have heard the crazy lady screaming, which is my wife. She gets very animated during these games. And so she's yelling and screaming for the US. And these guys gave us the dirtiest of dirty looks, basically telling her, with their eyes, telling her to shut up. It was funny. And I told her, I said, you go ahead and keep screaming. You're at a soccer match. You're at a football match. You can make all the noise you want. These old guys, just need to pipe down. They didn't say anything, but they thought about it. Esteban saying, when are we going to do a live collab show with the Battered Herons? We'll do it eventually, and now's a good time, probably, in the off season. We talked about it, and I haven't hit them up. I was almost going to be on their show last week, but I just wasn't feeling well. And they hit me up at the last minute, and I just wasn't feeling well that day. So I almost went on their show again. So yeah, we'll make it happen at some point. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says the U.S. women's team played at Chase Stadium like last year. The women's, there was, what was it? Colombia, Argentina women played at the Fort Lauderdale United Stadium yesterday, something like that. Looked empty. Like nobody cared. Nobody cared about the women. Unfortunately, I know if the U.S. women play, they'll pack a place, but nobody cared about those. That game, and so Damian Guzman saying those Canadians are antsy, and this is a long time ago. The soccer culture in this country has changed a lot since those days. But all right, any last thoughts here in the chat you want me to hit before we get out of here? But so we've got lots of ways to give Messi more money. We could buy some wine. We could buy Stanleys. We could buy Pops, although I don't know if he gets a cut in that. And we may get a big name player at some point. Maybe not. But I'd be perfectly happy with this club next year. Forget about the big names. If we stayed with the big names that we have, and like all you guys are saying, and bring in a better defense. Bring in those 2 center backs that the coach wants. It may be, what's an affordable level is the question. We're not spending, I don't think we spend DP money on a center back, but an affordable center back. We went over a list last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that, where there was a couple of MLS players that somebody wrote about that are possible. So, Damian Guzman says, you think we get both players or one? As far as the 2 names we've been talking about tonight, Salah or James, I think James is a real possibility. Whether we like it or not, I think it's a real possibility. But I'd be happier if they somehow find a way to get some solid, go back into Argentina. They love Argentina. Go back to Argentina and get somebody that's not going to be a DP, but like a TAM level player. Tank is saying $1 million for a stud center back makes sense to me. I forget what you have to. I think in order to be a TAM level player, you got to be 1.2 million, something like that. I think is a TAM level player. So, they if they could make that happen. So we'll see. Peter, any updates on the 12 players that contracts were up? Suarez, yes. Well, we talked about it earlier tonight. No, there's no updates. The team doesn't tell us anything. So I haven't heard anything either. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap this sucker up. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next week. See you, everybody.